Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is, wherever you are. Welcome into another presentation of the Link to the Past Randomized Challenge Cup, brought to you by the Go Mode podcast. My name is Westside Vandal. I'm commentating alongside Jinxie Girl, and we're going to be doing Tso15 versus Alexhax96. English. Help me. This is already going poorly.
It started off strong, though. It sounded really good.
Yep. This is game one of the tiebreak round, so it's just a standard no frills open.
Could be exciting, though. I mean, we've seen a lot of interesting things happen with all of the seeds so far in the tournament, so I don't get upset when it's just a standard 7-7, because I think it gets very, very interesting.
Yep. And, you know, based on the seeds we've either commentated or been involved together on the crew on, doesn't matter what the mutations are, it can get interesting in a hurry.
Well, I didn't necessarily get my name Jinx from being good luck, so, I mean, I can't even say they weren't warned when they saw me sign.
But at any rate, our tracker today is Cool Papa Bell, and our restreamer is MathGirl718, and we will be getting underway here shortly. Yeah, and there's if you joined us on our commentary shift last night, you probably are aware of what check we will be intently watching our runners for in the early goings of this seed. If you aren't, well, just wait a minute. And we're off. Link's house opening from both players.
Very anticlimactic first chest, but let's see what Uncle has for us.
Alright. Both players also opting to do the sign strats for the Tier 1 tree pull. And just single rupees. So not too much fun just yet. Uncle with a shield.
Nothing very exciting there.
Well, at least we have bombs, so that'll be nice for Kakariko, because we really don't have a reliable way to do the front of escape, so that's going to be the save and quit. And the move to Sanctuary. Big 20 in the Sanctuary chest.
I think one thing you have to learn is how to kind of adjust your routing according to how your opponent kind of races. So you kind of got to on the fly kind of adjust things that you typically do early on. Oh my gosh, are we getting a lumberjack check from So? I bet he was in our previous race.
I hope so. Meanwhile, Alexhax going directly to Lost Woods. And we are indeed getting the check.
So did his homework. Just some bombs over in the Lost Woods.
It's a big 20! Oh, wait.
Damn.
Meanwhile, just another 3-pack of bombs was the only interesting thing in Lost Woods, and that's being generous.
Yeah, definitely. Slow start, but maybe Kakariko Village will have a little bit more excitement for us.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it was rather slow starting off last night as well, and then things kind of exploded. That was a map check from Alex. I did not quite catch everything there. Looked like
that was a little
at least 2 crystals. It is blue crystals on Desert and Hera, and I believe that was a 5-6 on Eastern. Meanwhile, Blind's Basement. rupees, small heart, hookshot,
Not terrible.
bombos. I would also like to point out that hookshot was the first item we found in Blind's basement last night.
That is exactly right.
So if the next chest had been boots, I would have been very, very afraid for the deja vu if we hadn't already known that the lumberjack wasn't the answer.
I probably wouldn't have been able to contain myself.
All right, red meringue. The Kakariko well so far. Back of the well. More bombs. The Book of Medora. The red meringue's kind of become a bit more in vogue recently because it's useful for splash deletion and other ancillary nonsense. Alex throwing that chicken around. Getting a big 20. Little piece of love from, a full heart from the bottle vendor, which I actually don't think Alex checked. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, he did. He has 5 hearts as well, sorry. Alright, so a slow-ish start here. And we're gonna check Library Ledge. Library Ledge is gonna have our first sword.
Interesting.
So that may loom large here because that sword is going to be isolated until we find those boots. A slightly longer map check from So, and I believe that confirms my earlier statement. It does 1-2 crystals on Tower of Hera and Desert, and Eastern with the one of the 5-6 crystals.
$300 is a nice start over there on the race game.
Yep. So that's actually pretty good news for our runners because having 3 crystals in Light World means 3 of the Dark World dungeons are going to be pendants, which means there's a high probability that some of the more complicated dungeons to clear are going to be pendants and hopefully will not need to be full cleared or even ventured into at all. But time will tell as the seed continues. There's the lamp. So that puts all of Escape in play if our runners do so desire to go back there at this point. A slightly damp 50 rupees. Alright. Heading now into Mini Moldorm Cave. A little bit of trouble, but gets it cleaned up pretty effectively on Alex's side. And bombs, the Singular of Destiny. And the Fire Rod.
Wow, 2 early fire rods? That's awesome. I mean, fire items? That's awesome.
Yep. Alright, and the Ice Rod check, because, I mean, again, without the flute, isolating this early is kind of risky. Then again, getting to it is kind of risky this early because those crabs just have no notion of a pattern at all, and they kind of hurt.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's our first sword, first obtainable sword at least, which means Master Sword will now be awaiting our runners on the library ledge at this point. Alex is going to go ahead and take that lamp and dive into escape.
Not a bad play. That is often an area that is forgotten about. Now, granted, we don't really have much more we can do, but escape tends to be later and later anymore in these seeds.
Yeah, because at this point, what our runners have left is essentially escape and Sarasala's Closet and East, what is logically available in Eastern, which is everything up to the Armos Knights with the lamp, Agonaz Cave, and that's... So, well, no, they could theoretically get into Desert with the Book of Fedora. There's the Moon Pearl in escape. So there are 4 items remaining in escape because the sanctuary chest was a big 20.
Sewed on some fake flippers here, which could come back to bite him since we have that Moon Pearl there in escape.
Good point. He also doesn't have the 500 rupees for Zora at this point.
Oh, okay. Not gonna bite him. That's... wow. Sequence break for the win.
Indeed. So that's going to increase his speed in catching up some of these checks that Alex is doing before going for the fake flipper. Alex now, I believe, is going to try and set up a death warp here. Gets 3 bombs from Zelda's chest, does not death warp, instead elects to save and quit.
So not wasting any time. Gonna get that Master Sword. That's gonna be pretty nice for combat here early on.
Nice hook speed. Well, until he failed to run into the ladder a few times. That is also going to bring up an interesting point of discussion. So can now logically access Aghanim 1.
Gross. Gross, gross, gross.
Well, actually, I apologize. No, he cannot logically access Aga 1. He does not have flippers, which were required for the boots to get Master Sword.
Good point.
Tracker pointed it out in chat right as my brain caught up with what I just said. Meanwhile, Alex is going to be checking Sarasala's Closet for bombs.
Ooh.
Titan's Mitt, or excuse me, Power Glove.
So we are 1 item away from our Dark World access.
I am kind of interested by the save and quit from Alex there. Because there are 3 items available to him in Desert, or excuse me, Eastern. Meanwhile, no, he has Hookshot, so yeah, this makes sense.
As well. He could have just done.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And reminder, he save and quit out of Zelda's Cell instead of Death Warping, so Dark Cross is also still in play. But Alex instead choosing to take that lamp, go and rescue the old man, and then turn those that Power Glove and Hookshot into the checks on East Death Mountain.
Although this early Death Mountain play was something that we saw last night in our race, and it did turn out pretty well.
This is indeed true.
till it didn't.
Yeah, but then again, that's not the fault of Death Mountain. What is the fault of Death Mountain is getting dead rocked.
Twice.
Yep. Although at least this time he can go into the old man's house to reset.
I like this play from So, kind of getting all of Escape out in one clip, and has those boots, so it's going to be a lot faster.
Mm-hmm. And the Death Warp, so he's going to go ahead and, you know, like you said, do Escape. So Dark Cross and the back of Escape incoming from So here. Top of Spectacle Rock, 5 rupees. Inside Spectacle Rock is a piece of heart.
Nothing. Rip.
Boots were on Hobo, yes.
Ooh.
And there's the Ice Rod in Dark Cross.
Yeah, unfortunately no small key there, so I think we have, what, the small key and the map at least in Escape, in the back of Escape. So 1 item.
Looks like So is going to go ahead and follow Alex up. Well, no, he's going to check Bonk Rocks first, because he does have those boots.
Yeah, he hasn't checked Sahashala yet, so he doesn't have that glove as of yet.
Oh yeah, that's also a good point. Alright. Checking the tracker, doesn't look like anything too important was on the bottom of Paradox Cave. Bombs. Red rupee. Little piece of love. Big piece of love. And 10 arrows. So Paradox Cave, not the best payout in the world.
That's surprising. You always at least get something, you know, useful. Not today.
Alright, so looks like he's going to be checking Saha's closet here. He'll be getting his glove. Green pendant is going to be Palace of Darkness today.
That's interesting. I always like pod for the item density, so when it's a pendant, that is alarming to me.
They did, in fact, check Lumberjack, yes. that was one thing we were paying absolute attention for, and Lumberjack is a big 20 today, so it is not the backbreaker that it was last night for our runners. A save and quit from So also. It looked like he was thinking about making the Eastern play, but then saved and quit after getting some hammer and Spiral Cave. That's our Dark World access.
It's also access over to Hera. We
Indeed
have
it
our
is.
fire sources. So is not leaving that item in the back of Escape here.
Yeah.
I like that play. Get it all done and over with.
10 arrows.
Okay. Well, now we know.
Yep. I did not see if Alex checked Floating Island. Because he had to have come up here previously to get into Spiral Cave in the first place. But I think I was too busy paying attention to what So was doing. Alex is going to go ahead and make the Hera play, which, I mean, why wouldn't you? It's 2 items, it's Crystal. Chat saying he did not. That's...
our 3rd sword.
Yep. Nicely done, Death Warp.
So definitely making the right play here as long as he checks Spiral Cave.
Well, I mean, especially if you're going to skip doing Eastern at after being so close in at Saha's closet, I feel like you do kind of have to commit to fully doing Lightside Death Mountain while you're here.
Oh, definitely.
So is going to have to continue pressing the advantage he has by having those boots, though, to gain a little bit more time.
Yeah, that was definitely a very lucky find for So.
All right, map. And incoming bob jump for
Very
Alex.
nice setup for Alex.
Is it done? Small key. So
Oh, no.
I do believe that's gonna mean we have an item locked in the basement.
It could be on Moldorm, but we'll see.
Restream seems to be doing fine for me. Answering a question in chat. All right, little piece of love and 20 rupees to the bottom of Paradox. So yeah, nothing too exciting going on there. Master Sword spins coming out from Alex to take down Moldorm.
Okay, both items have been claimed in Harrow, so we do not need to go to the basement.
Oh yeah, because the other one was the sword. That's right. I apologize.
No worries.
All right, so So is going to have a slight advantage on swords until Alex can make his way over to Hobo and get the boots. And there's the Titan's Mitt on the Ether tablet. Oh no! So going to do Spiral Cave and claim his hammer.
Wow. And that's another check that's easy to forget about, so hopefully So doesn't forget that one as well.
Yep. Titans were on the Ether tablet, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that save and quit might have been a bad idea as well, when you could go over and check everything in the dark. Yeah, that was an interesting play there.
Yeah, there have been a couple of interesting decisions early in the seed. I kind of feel like both runners, maybe this is, I mean, I'm already eliminated from this tournament. I owe Ford, so, maybe take my advice with a grain of salt, but I feel like going into Eastern might have been a decent play when they were all the way over at Saha's Closet already.
Yeah, I mean, that would have saved a second run up just to get those items, and that's a significant amount of items. 7 right off the bat, That could be interesting.
Actually taking notes for questions. Hooray! All right, so going to go ahead and clear out Titans. Tracker pointing out we do have Bombo, so we could potentially open Turtle Rock. At the current time.
Oh, gonna get to see a hair pot from So.
Nice. Chat giving the chatter having a bit of an issue with the internet. The most classic of IT advice of have you tried turning it on and back off again? Or scratch that, reverse it. All right, map check, and Turtle Rock is a crystal. Our 5 crystal is Skull Woods, and the pendants were Misery Mire and Thieves Town.
Thieves Town pendant is never a good feeling. See how hype our hype cave is.
Blue rupee, bombs, more bombs, red rupee, red rupee.
Gross.
0 out of 10 would not hype again.
Yeah, -2.
so Alex got to be making his way over to Stumpy here. And then with that, Titan's Mid is going to be able to go all the way up into Village of Outcasts from the south, which is not something you usually see. Usually, the logic works out to where you are doing Village of Outcasts first and then coming down through to loop the release checks.
So collecting his first crystal in Tower of Hera. Hopefully going to go check that ether tablet right after this.
Yep. Again, it's kind of something at this point. You have the book, you have the Master Sword, you're up here. It doesn't hurt to check it. But there have been odder plays so far already this seed. Nope, so immediately running up to the bridge. Meanwhile, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh my goodness. 19, 20. $27 digs for the Cane of Berna.
Not bad. Looks like So is going to make that play over to Dark Death Mountain.
Gets Dead Rock, gonna have to reset the screen there by dumping into the cave. Floating Island. Dead Rocked again! The Dead Rock showing no mercy to our racers today. Just either 50 or 20, that had to be, well, it was a green rupee multiplier of some sort. Regardless, does not matter. Alright. We need Quake Medallion for Total Rock today.
There's our confirming map check from So, as Alex checks Hammer Caves for us. Hammer Pegs, sorry.
Bloomerang.
The blue boomerang.
I'm interested that So didn't check Hookshot first, instead going directly to Super Bunny. Green goo in a bottle and 10 arrows. And now coming back upstairs to check Hookshot.
Just 10 arrows in our bombable hut.
And opening up Thieves Town for now.
There's our cape.
Mushroom. And powder.
Oh my god.
So, I got a question. Do you want to do a fetch quest?
How about 2?
All right, then. Sounds like a plan. All right.
Just 300 rupees on our chess game.
Just 300 rupees.
Yeah. I'd like to find 300 bucks just laying around. Ooh, we're gonna get a spike cave look here. So is not leaving Death Mountain without all of the information.
Yeah, I don't blame him. 50 rupees as the first non-dungeon item in Thieves Town. Speaking of which, Alexhax deciding at least to check the front of Thieves Town. Because, again, Thieves Town is a non-green pendant today.
Ooh,
Just the single
a
rupee.
buck.
Ugh, that's gotta hurt. I mean, it did hurt a lot. Spike Cave is not friendly to your health. Speaking of health, full heart container as the second item. And the flute! Not necessarily required today. Well, it might be if Meyer has progression, but that's 3 items in the front of Thieves Town. So Alex is going to go ahead and take a death warp, and I'm assuming just kind of peace out for a while. King's Tomb check from So for 3 bombs.
Could we possibly have a mirror go mode again?
Oh no. Oh no. C-shaped house with 5 rupees.
We are getting dangerously close to being done with overworld checks here.
Good lord. I mean, let's see here. I mean, we've got Purple Chest, we've got Catfish, and we've got Zora. Also, I did not see a graveyard well, we can't because we don't have mirror.
Yep, no mirror. So that takes out Checkerboard, K45, and Graveyard Ledge, as well as Mimic. So we really only have Agina Mire Shed that we can technically do right now. I mean, we could always do some fake flippers over to Waterfall.
Yep.
Ooh, let's check them fetch quests.
Yep. Alex also dipping into Skull Woods here. Big key right off the bat. Chat pointing out, if they were in Tso's position, an Ice Palace play is entirely in logic. And he's got, well, now he has Blue Mail.
It's not
one bottle.
terrible.
Tempered Bombos and Fire Rod. So, you know, honestly, I kind of agree with chat. Ice Palace might be a good play here. Crazy like a fox. Anyway, sick kid, $20 for bringing him some medicine, or you know, just a sweet bottle to look at. One of the two. Magic refill from the tree there, nice. Just small keys and dungeon items so far in Skull Woods for Alex, from the looks of it. Well,
wow,
that's all 3 dungeon items. So. Yeah, I would feel a little hesitant about Ice at this point. Speaking as, you know, a not new player, but certainly not a veteran. That's Ether on Spike Cave, or Bumper Cave, excuse me. So we now know where 2 out of the 3 medallions are. Unfortunately, neither of those medallions are the one that give us access to the Crystal Dungeon Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad pickup because we don't know what Misery Mire is. I don't know if I would have held off on that. Maybe not. Just get it done.
Yeah. You're there already. It's yeah. Might as well, because if it does happen to be Misery Mire, that's a whole lot more time lost coming back up here to get Ether.
Oh, it's actually called Bumper Cave because to get through it, you have to have the cape because of that bumper in the middle of the hallway there. You can't get past it.
All right. So both items in Skull Woods, I believe, are in the back half here. So.
Yeah, this is going to be nice routing for Tso going straight to the back instead of checking the front.
Yeah, running to the back first on a Crystal Skull Woods that you can full clear is always going to be a good play.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's always the possibility that what has happened in today's seed happens and both items are in the back half. Then you just get the quick kill on Mothula and easy peasy, you're done. So electing not to do the diagonal clip and just go around the intended way. Picks up a couple hearts and some magic for his trouble. Tso does have that green goo in his back pocket still, but he also has tempered, so.
Yeah, that definitely makes his fight a lot nicer. It's actually in the Challenge Cup Discord, which I can't pull up at the moment. I'm sure someone in chat has it.
Yep. Meanwhile, so taking down Mothula
Very
pretty
nice
handily.
fight.
Nicely done. Alex not too far behind. 10 arrows from Moth.
And Skullwoods is empty for our players today.
Yep. I'll see if I can pull it up real quick. One moment, since we are just kind of seeing players finish things up here.
I got it. There you go. That is the Discord invite to A Link to the Past Challenge Cup.
All right. So gonna go ahead and pick up his red rupee here from that chest, and
Ooh, and a death to Mothula for Alex.
oh, ouch.
There's a very big difference between blue male Tempered Sword Moth and green male Master Sword Moth.
Indeed, there is, and Wallmaster just for insult to injury. And some rage slashes. I do not blame Alex in the slightest at this point.
Definitely earned those rage slashes. I find that Skullwoods is one of the easiest dungeons to tilt on. It's one of the shortest, but one of the easiest to really get you in that place where you're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Did So just set up the water walk there at Skullwoods?
No.
Maybe not. It looked a little like it.
Yeah, I saw it out of the corner of my eye on both the commentary stream and the actual Twitch page. Did not quite see if it was a setup. I'm assuming by the fact that he's doing C-shaped house that no.
Yeah, no. I mean, that would have been a pretty interesting idea. That would take him over to the pod area without having to go. He doesn't have that flute yet, so his access is still pretty limited.
Yep. Using the fire rod to great effect, and a far cleaner round 2 for Mothula from Alex, and more rage slashes. So gets a bonus 100 rupees from the chess game, because the first chess in the chess game is always going to be a random item from a randomly duplicated item from the pool that isn't like progression related. So it can be like rupees, bombs, arrows, hearts, etc. So pulled a 100 pack for his duplicate item along with the 300.
If only winning the lottery was that easy.
Mm-hmm.
Another 50 bucks.
Alright, so gonna go ahead and clear out the front half of Thebes down here and receive his good news in the form of the flute. Speaking of which, Alex is taking his flute over to Kakariko Village to activate it.
Yeah, it doesn't have that mirror yet, so did not have a really nice opportunity to go ahead and activate that.
Alright, everybody please rise for the national anthem of Hyrule. And at 37 minutes and 7 seconds, the goose is in fact loose. The duck is amok.
I don't think the Meyer play would be a terrible choice, Cool Papa Bell. That way we could check Desert Ledge. We have the book. Unfortunately, Alex doesn't have those boots. But we could also check Agina and the Meyer Shed and see which medallion we're going to need for Meyer should we have to enter it.
All right, so here comes the Agina play from Alex. So, electing to pick up the Bloomerang. Interesting.
Well, it's better than the red one, so don't blame it.
Well, I mean, there's like I said earlier, there's an argument for red now that splash deletion exists.
That's true. but I still don't like it. It's just obnoxious.
Uh-oh. Bad storm coming through maps area, so hopefully it doesn't affect anything. So meanwhile, going to take his 27 digs here to receive the Cane of Berna as Alex jumps into Desert, which he may not be able to full clear because he does not yet have those boots.
So taking into consideration that Math Girl is about to hit a really bad storm and she is our ever vigilant restreamer, be sure to follow your racers on Twitch. That way, should the restream go down, you will be able to see the conclusion of the race.
Indeed. All right. So, small key.
Ooh, Math Girl, please be sure to be safe. Should we have to kill the stream, please put your safety first and do not worry about it.
Correct. Big key in the eastern part of the desert, so we are not boots locked for that reason. I did not see if Alex checked torch because I was too busy looking at chat for Math Girls talking about things. Yeah, no, absolutely nobody's arguing that, Math.
Yeah, not at all.
There's a swift kick in the butt. To use basically the strongest phrasing I'm comfortable with saying on air. All right, so taking Jeremiah on a bit of a world tour here, checking things that Alex already has. And there's our fourth and final sword in Desert.
Wow.
So really taking Jeremiah on the world tour here.
I mean, the frog does look like it could use a little bit of a workout, so, I mean,
True.
Put him to the test. Let's see what's on our pyramid ledge today. Just a piece of art.
Which, so grabs, putting him one step closer to a free refill. I had my count off in my head. I thought he had enough for refill, so. Meanwhile, Alex just kind of quietly, slowly but surely making his way back to take on Landmalus 1.
We do have both of our fire sources, so we are not concerned about lighting those torches today.
Tracker pointing out erroneously that Alex could have gotten the last sword. He cannot. He does not have the boots, because the last sword is on the library ledge.
Ooh, there's Quake.
Quake from Catfish.
Feels very, vanilla, is it?
Vanilla Quake, wow. Meanwhile, Alexhax taking down Landmalus 1 and receiving a bottle with a fairy in it for his troubles.
So it looks like on Tso's side, all we need is a bow and the flippers and the mirror.
Yep. Alex now going to go ahead and do the dark world of the southwestern part of the map, so we're going to see the Mire Shed.
Oh yeah, we have T-Rock as a crystal, so we do need that cane as well.
We're going to need Quake for both medallion-locked dungeons today. our container, and half magic.
Not terrible.
Fire shed. Chat pointing out we do need the cane of Samaria for Turtle Rock. And the longer we go without seeing the flippers, the more advantage So is going to have, because it looks like Alex is waiting for the flipper checks to be in logic before he does them. So doing that early fake flipper and finding boots on Hobo is going to give him more and more of an advantage here. All right, Alex, there's the red mail on Mushroom. Not bad.
So both of our fetch quests giving us mail.
So Alex going back up Death Mountain to do the dark side Death Mountain checks, which probably should have been done a bit ago, if we're being honest.
Doesn't have that quake yet from our grumpy fish.
Correct. So he cannot open Turtle Rock while he's here. So making his Meyer checks. And Alex, meanwhile, getting the green goo from Super Bunny, as we saw earlier.
I think So's gonna have to go to Ice Palace after this.
Yeah, fake flipper over to iced. Or, I mean, at this point...
Oh, gonna do desert. Okay.
Yep.
Gonna find his butter sword and grab a crystal, but that's about it.
Alright, so... I don't think we've seen purple chest from either runner yet, have we?
No, we have not. We did see the smiths, though.
Alex is gonna go ahead and check Spike here. Not sure what he was looking for by slashing the bushes there.
I think probably a fairy to save some magic. Although it has half magic, so...
Alex, there we go. I was like, are you gonna equip an invincibility item anytime soon? Thank you. Alright. Receiving a health refill from the old man, and fluting. Looks like he's gonna turn in some of the fetch quests we just saw So do. So he's gonna very quickly receive his mail upgrades. Meanwhile, So picking up his butter sword.
Alex grabbing his blue mail.
Yeah, there's not a lot. Well, he may not need potion glitch because there's a decent chance that, you know, a small key will be in the left side of Palace of Darkness.
Or even Eastern.
That's also correct. We have not seen Eastern yet either from either runner. Are we going to have 2 seeds in a row where an early check the runners should have done early is going to come back to bite them in the butt?
Like Zora?
Zora or Eastern?
Oh, could be interesting.
At any rate, while we are seeing duplicate checks, I will go ahead and throw out another reminder to follow our runners, follow our commentators, trackers, and restreamer. Follow the Go Mode podcast here on Twitch and on Twitter. Check out the Go Mode podcast itself. And join their Discord if you're interested. I'll go ahead and do some command spam here.
Very nice boss fight from Tso to grab his bottle.
There we go.
And a crystal.
Yep. So we're fairly even on crystal count at the moment. Interesting way to get to the bumper ledge check by Alex.
Yeah, definitely. Gonna find that ether medallion. Not gonna bother. Already has that information that Quake is needed for both of our medallion locked areas.
All right. So both our runners just kind of trying to track things down and figure out where this might be. So I believe you've already checked this, buddy.
Gonna set up that water walk.
Oh yeah, that's also a good point. You should... Oh, set up the water walk. That's right. Sorry. I forgot that's where you actually set that up at.
Yeah, you can do it over at Mini Molder Cave as well, but this one's just a little bit easier. Whoa, where are you going? No. Oh, that bonk. Rip.
Yep. Okay. So, buddy, what are you doing?
So if you store that water walk and you fake flipper so that you could go like do hobo there, if you fail it, then you lose your stored water walk. So I think you're just being extra careful.
By the way, Eastern check from Alex.
I like this check.
I do too. I liked it about 40 minutes ago.
Right.
Little piece of love. Oh, that gives him a health refill. And now the fairy's giving him junk for not having empty bottles. Oh no.
Yeah, interesting fact, if you fake flipper into that cave and you get a heart refill, there's Samaria. You will lose your water walk and sink. Wow, these out of sequence checks are really working out for Tso today.
Yep. But I mean, he is eventually at some point going to have to find the actual flippers because we need to do Swamp Palace.
We know they're not going to be in Turtle Rock.
Yeah. And oh, by the way, so accidentally running aground and losing his fake flipper, so has to take the long way around to the King of Scams here. Big 20 is this.
Oh, okay. Zora's nothing. But Hobo, as well as... Although boots really technically are probably not required, in all honesty. The only place we would need them at this point would be the torch in Ganon's Tower. But they are giving Tso a much faster routing of the overworld and the dungeons for having those. And the longer that Alex holds off with that Hobo check, the worse it's going to get.
Yep.
So it looks like Ice Palace and Turtle Rock cannot have our flippers, obviously. Swamp Palace cannot have our flippers, so it's going to be someplace gross like Pod or the front of Misery Mire.
All right, so Armos Knights is holding on to an item in Eastern Palace.
Whoa,
So gotta go fast and jumps into the endless abyss at the bottom of Death Mountain. Whoops.
This could be interesting because if it comes down to flippers for go mode, So is going to have a lot more information early than Alex has, having not done that sequence break. Because process of elimination, you already know Swamp Palace can't have your flippers, neither can Ice Palace, but So also now knows that Turtle Rock is not going to have those flippers. His finished Desert Palace, it might be Pod.
Yeah, it looks like So is going to go ahead and do Turtle Rock right now and just get it out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, not a terrible choice because rarely is go mode T-Rock much faster than just exploring T-Rock. I mean, I think there's only like one chest. Although without that mirror, not going to be able to check Mimic Cave.
Right. So mirror could be in here, bow could be in here. Shovel leading to one of those things could be in here. Alexhax, meanwhile, is going to be making his catfish check and receiving his quick medallion. Early big key in the right side of Turtle Rock here. And so
Poor Alex having to walk everywhere when we know where those boots are.
Yeah. But I think it just comes down to Alex just really wants to try and follow the logic and does not want to do a fake flipper because he wants to follow the logic. Unfortunately, that's causing him to kind of fall behind here because So having those boots has allowed him to go just so much faster. Almost a well-done play there from So in the Chain Chomp room, but wasn't quite fast enough. Speaking of not quite fast enough, that's also a really ugly placement on the Chain Chomps. Barely survives. Ether was on Bumper Cave. Samaria was in Waterfall. Fairy. Fake flippers definitely being the difference so far. Alex making the... I just noticed this. Yeah, Alex's fake flipper is going to Hobo, is going to receive his boots. And we'll see how he progresses from here. Gets the reverse fake flipper first try. Nicely done. Alright. Heart container.
Yeah, this is definitely a good play for Alex.
Alright, so Alex is going to go ahead and check Zora's domain here. Going to receive his Cane of Samaria. And not too much else. Fairy drop and a full magic drop for So. Nice. So gonna skip the big chest in Turtle Rock? Bold move, Cotton. We'll see if it works out for him.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Boom!
Oh, wow.
But that also means he does not have a small key and needs to go back to that big chest we were just talking about. Which Tso is in fact going to do, because he is just going to go ahead and clear out Turtle Rock while he's up here. I believe we've only seen, seriously, what's B31 do to Turtle Rock? Amazing things. Small key in that big chest, as expected. We have seen 2 out of the, I believe it's 5 items in Turtle Rock.
I think 3. I think we have 3 items already in Turtle Rock.
I saw the bow and a heart container. I don't remember what the third one was.
I could be wrong.
Well, we'll probably find out, because Tso does need another key to get get over to Trinex. Meanwhile, Alex is dipping Pendant Palace of Darkness.
Not bow locked. Oh, very nice laser skip from Tso.
Well done indeed. Tried for a second one, didn't quite get it. There's a little piece of love. There's the compass. Got the annoying enemy killed, but took a hit from the laser. And there's the map. So, Trinex with an item? Question mark?
Yeah, I think would have to.
I believe that is accurate for Go mode, Flippers and Mirror. We have not seen Pedestal yet.
Which we could have had the information, because we do have the book, but who wants to check that without the mirror? There's our big key to pod.
Bow is indeed Flippers locked, as our tracker points out.
So far.
Or at least the first bow we've seen, yes. So, and, well, yeah, he's correct. We would need another bow somewhere for Pedestal to be in play. Because Palace of Darkness is the green pendant. Meanwhile, Gold Sword, Half Magic, Trinex, yeah, not even a fight, really. Potion Glitch from Alex. Big 20 from Trinex. Mirror on Pen instead of Lumberjack today. Evil. Evil! I mean, I could think of something eviler. How about the Master Shovel?
Gross. So far, Pod not having much of anything.
He's just a boy, just like, please don't gin my 30 seats.
I think we only curse it if we calm them. He's just a boy, because we haven't rolled any of the seeds that we've hexed.
Meanwhile, we haven't really seen anything of note from Palace of Darkness yet, apart from this hammer yump. So we're gonna go ahead and claim the crystal from. Oh no! Alex missed the hammer yump. So going to go ahead and claim the crystal and the last item from Armos Knights here. That is also going to put the Pyramid Fairy in play, the big red bomb.
There's our flippers. Now I have to say, I think those flippers being in pod gives Alex the edge now over So.
And Math Girl ever so evilly pointing out that flippers being where they were puts the pedestal back into play.
Womp womp.
I mean, that would be positively disgusting because it would be a double dip pendant Palace of Darkness.
Unless you just said to heck with logic.
Yeah. By the way, I just realized this is his first time in Eastern, so is gonna receive that's the mirror in the big chest. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no, So.
That is gonna put Alex firmly in the driver's seat in this seed.
That is 100% no mode at 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 52 seconds. 42. I can count.
Well, yeah, that puts Alex firmly in the driver's seat here, but Alex has got to get up to Turtle Rock soon for that first bow, unless it's hiding in Swamp, which I believe is what Alex is going to do right now.
Don't blame him.
All right, so grabbing the last non-Armos item in Eastern. Tracker pointing out that So really only has no other option but Palace of Darkness after this.
He has the rest of Thieves Town.
Yeah, but there's only one item there. Do you really go all the way over to Thieves? When you haven't even gone into Palace of Darkness?
Well, no. I mean, of course not. But pod is my favorite, so I always go to pod. He could also fake flipper dice pelts.
This is a valid point.
But I mean, knowing logic would tell him that what he needs isn't going to be there.
Yeah, and I would also point out at this point, like I said, after defeating Armos Knights here, the big bomb is in play. So it would be efficient routing to immediately save and quit, go to Link's house, go to Dark World, grab the bomb, turn in Pyramid Fairy, and go to Palace of Darkness.
That's fair.
Meanwhile, not the best Armos Knight fight here. Oh no, does not have enough arrows. It's gonna have to finish the job with the gold sword. Rip. And there is our third bottle from Armos Knights.
Now this is interesting because Alex is in a better spot. However, I think Alex is going to full clear Swamp Palace, which is going to give So enough time to get to pod.
Flutes away. Goes to 5. He's going directly to pod. Do not pass go. Do not collect 110 rupees.
Yep, this is the play.
But this will, he may not pass go, but it will put him in go mode. Provided he clears it out. Which, I mean, why wouldn't you at this point? Flippers are in pod, and Mirror is in pod.
Now, as long as he doesn't peace out after he gets those flippers thinking, oh, I gotta go to ice, that'd be alright.
Oh, ooh, that's a good point. That's a real good point. So this is going to hinge on two things, one for each runner. So needs to stay in Palace of Darkness after he gets those flippers to get the mirror. And Alex needs to hope that the other bow is here in Swamp. Because that might even things up a little bit. You're welcome, Tepidino. I hope I didn't just butcher that. I apologize. Always fun to commentate on these races. And there have been a few barn burners so far this year. So, in fact, was involved in one of them. His game 1 versus Arborelia in the winners final came down to 5 seconds. There's the fire shield for Alex. So playing fast and loose with his arrow count here. Because remember, well, never mind. I was about to say, remember, there's still another Mimic Room to go, and then I remembered we're not going to need to go there. Alright, Alex. Going into the Argon's fight. Tempered Sword should be fairly easy. Fire Rod setup not quite doing the job first try there. Switching to the Tempered now. Got it. Alright. That's gonna be Argus down for Alex. Big key.
That's interesting. That definitely gives him more motivation to go to the left side.
Yep. Alright, so now making his way back into the back half of Palace of Darkness. Alex looks like he's thinking about ice. Yep. Gonna be full clearing this as well. Hopefully he finds the other bow here, because again, the longer and if So hits this bomb jump here, then it might be the opposite direction hopefully he stays in Palace of Darkness. Hammer Jump did not succeed. Does he try again? He will.
This is big. He needs to do this bomb jump so that those flippers don't send him to ice. He needs to make this.
Well, conversely though, the mirror might send him directly to Swamp. Oh wait, he needs to flip.
Can't.
Sorry. Big
Oh,
brain.
thank goodness. All right, he's good to go.
Yep. Big brain. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I think if he would have got those flippers first, he'd have pieced out. And that would have been really bad.
Yep. So now, again, this just kind of hinges on if the other bow is here for here in ice for Alex, because that might make this a little bit more tightly contested of a race. But at this point, as soon as So goes downstairs and gets those flippers out of the dark room down here, he's going to be in go mode. And he's only going to have ice and swamp left. And And that's going to be it. At 1 hour, 12 minutes, 56 seconds, Tso15 is indeed in go mode. Ice Palace bomb jump coming up from Alex here. Yep. Attempt number 1, not so good. Attempt number 2, taking a while to set up, but gets it. Alright, so we're going to see Go Mode Swamp and Ice from Tso here. Alright. Nothing too interesting item-wise in Ice so far. So really, the difference maker in this seed is Tso turning that fake flipper advantage to his advantage, getting the boots, and being able to use those boots to just clear out more of the checks quicker than Alex. Tso entering Swamp now. Alex continues to clear out Ice here. Heart container. Yeah, we only have a race if Alex happens to find the other bow. Unfortunately, he has not done so far. And the bonk and getting hit by the fire bar certainly not helping him with the amount of catching up he has left to do. That's a heart piece, so that's 2 items that I've spotted so far. Not sure why Alex was attempting to bomb jump there, but... And that's the 3rd item, 10 arrows. Not quite what we're looking for if you're a fan of Alex here. So he is gonna defeat Cold Stare and then have to go up the Turtle Rock at this point.
Yeah, because I mean, Silvers could be on Pyramid Fairy, but unfortunately, without having that starter bow from T-Rock, Alex isn't going to be able to check that.
Nice start on the Cold Stare fight, and recovers from letting them out of the corner very efficiently. And so now making his way back to the Argus fight. With the gold sword, this is going to be an even quicker destruction. I say that, and then he immediately takes a few hits.
We are cursed, Wes.
Yep. Alright, so
I like
Alex...
you're very confident. Yep.
I mean,
not even arguing with it. Yep. No, it's true.
No, I mean, go ask Arborelia how I cursed her to have to redo Trinex earlier.
Although I feel like this has been a pretty generous seed for our runners so far.
I mean, it really has, yeah. I mean, like I said earlier, the real difference maker here has been so not afraid to do the fake flipper and immediately pulling those boots and then pressing that speed advantage.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like we're gonna get a K45 check here from Alex.
Yeah, and Alex just putting off the inevitable at this point. Although I kind of feel if you're Alex, you probably think that at this point, not having done Turtle Rock, if the answer is there, you're in trouble already. So you're just trying to see if maybe it's in one of the obscure checks.
Yeah, for
Boots,
sure.
yeah, Boots was on a hobo, yes.
I feel like getting those boots from Hobo when you've had access to the Moon Pearl for the first 10 minutes of the game, that would elicit panic in any runner. That, oh my goodness, what if my opponent did that? Which unfortunately is what happened.
Yeah. So Alex is going to be turning in Jeremiah here. A lot less circuitous of a route than So did to do it, because Alex has done all the checks that So took Jeremiah along for earlier.
Yeah, these checks are definitely going to be faster for Alex, but unfortunately we know a majority of them are not going to pay off.
Yeah, unless Purple Chest is exactly the other bow, this is going to be majorly So's race to lose at this point. Instead of just kind of So in a lead. But we shall see as Alex going to check Graveyard, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I don't think they've done Graveyard or King's Tomb. Or Bonkrocks. That's right.
Oh yeah. The first bow was in the Crystal Roller room in Turtle Rock. All right. So we are going to see the Graveyard Ledge here.
I mean, it's a new check. We don't know what it is, so
Yeah.
it could be good.
Yeah, but as mentioned, one of these has to be the bow for any hope of the gap closing here.
I think with So already having T-Rock done, that it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's already tough, but the longer we go without seeing a bow on Alex's side, the more insurmountable it's going to become. So getting a little bit of trouble, missing a few shots on the shell, but gets the corner kill. And at 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 11 seconds, Tso15 is going to be heading up against Tower. And you know what that means on a tournament restream. We've got a little bit of a game to play here. There are 22 locations in the basement of Ganon's Tower. Any one of those 22 locations can have the big key. So go ahead and let us know in chat where you think that big key is going to be. I'm going to go ahead and place my prediction that I always place when I commentate. Number 3, Torch Room. I will be posting a message in chat when we see So make it into Ganon's Tower and open his first chest. So just a little piece of love from Gary. So yeah, Alex at this point has got to realize that Turtle Rock is going to be the play, and indeed he does. He's fluting to 1. Unfortunately, too little, too late. And then, you know, insult to injury, the cabbage is just taking a few shots at him. Nicely done by So getting the hook shot grab there to skip that particular bit of tedium. blackjack guessing 21 on brand. All right. So 15 in Gat and Sour now. Or going to be in Gat and Sour shortly.
What a beautiful time to enter.
23. If only it waited about 24 or 25 more seconds. Or 15 more seconds, excuse me. All right, so here we go. Starting with chest number 1. Small key. Chest number 2, 10 arrows. And so gonna thought about it. Thought about mirroring. Gonna instead go full right. Up, having a little trouble here. He's probably gonna have to reset here. That took a little bit too long, too long in my opinion. And that miss isn't gonna help either. Yep, there it is. Door shuts right on his face. That is what we like to call a problem. Luckily, since he cleared all the obstacles, the second try should go a little bit better. And I'm wondering if not dashing would have saved that. Perhaps. Alright, number 3 is 20 rupees. Number 4 is bombs. Number 5 is more bombs. Number 6 is the other single green rupee in this seed.
Already has that mirror out, so I definitely don't think we're gonna see a fool, right?
Nope. Alright, number 7 is going to be the torch. And it is a big 20. Alex needs to be careful. Well, not so much, considering I believe he still has that fairy. But it still sucks to lose it here. This chain chop room not doing him any favors in making up time. Alright, chest 8, 9, 10, and 11 coming up. 8 is 20 rupees. Number 9 is a small key. 10 is another small key. And 11 is 20 rupees. Yeah, chain chomp room is one of the more annoying rooms in the game for me. Oop! So, falls off. Alright, chest number 12 coming up. Heart container.
Yes,
Nice
why would
boomerang
the
set.
big key be trolly? See, blue boomerang is better.
Alright, chest number 13 gonna be coming up here. And that's the big key and lucky number 13. So
Nice.
the first person to guess 13 was Temp. Hey Temp, you've just won a lifetime supply of Link to the Past randomized seeds, which you can redeem by going to altpr.com. Please remember that if your standard seed lasts longer than 4 hours, please consult the randomizer wiki. Thank you very much. And moving right along. Second Mimic Room is never fun regardless, much less with non-silver arrows, since you have to hit them twice.
Right, and it looks like Alex is about to be in go mode here shortly.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is going to be too little too late, because nothing short of catastrophe on Tso's side is gonna close this gap. Alright, there's that bow. For Alex. Alright. So not having the cleanest of gauntlets so far. Also needs to be careful with his health here. Does still have that fairy, but... Alright, gonna take out his powder here and get a fairy off of this bunny beam. Nice spin strat there for the quick 2 kills on Landless 2. And there's the third.
Yeah, both players have had really nice execution.
You say that, and then Alex misses the cane dash.
Oh,
Twice.
'Tis my burden in life, sir.
Meanwhile, clears out the second 4-kill room there, and is going to be making his way to the torch puzzle. All right, Alex going to be taking on. Oh no, so might have to reset the torch room here. Gonna go ahead and grab some magic real quick before he does that. Yeah. Honestly, I would have just left and reset the room entirely. But,
Very nice.
Right.
Try next fight for Alex.
Yes, indeedy. With all the small keys we found on the way to Big Key, Stowe's even going to have a spare small key for Ganon's Tower here, which is always entertaining.
You never know when you're gonna need it.
Yep.
Not checking those chests for the silvers, that is interesting.
Probably confident enough in his silver list that he's just like, let's just get this over with. Because we're starting to kind of get to the point where you're probably thinking your opponent, you know, like you've got to be thinking that it's close. Because we are at the about 1 hour 32-minute mark, which is a pretty kind of a milestone time, I guess is the way I would put it. All right. So now going to be participating in Geometry Wars here. Free double, nice.
Wow, Aga really lining up nicely. Oh my god, I'm gonna stop talking.
Well, there's another free double there. So 2, 1, 2. Just needs to get one of these, and there it is. So the 2, 1, 2, 1 takes down Aga 2. And Tso15 about to take on the big pig. So I've got another question. Are you aching for some bacon?
Always.
That is not the reference I was going for, but then again, I didn't actually sing it in a luau format, so
Oh,
there
sorry.
we go.
I just
Thank
really
you,
like
Tracker.
bacon.
I mean, who doesn't?
Oh wait, is that Lion King?
Yes, it is.
Oh, gosh, sorry, I'm late for
Are
the
you
party.
Yep. For some bacon, yep.
I prefer the silhouette. That was amazing.
All you have to do is get in line. Oh wait, actually, I did that backwards. I think that gets said before. At any rate, while we were discussing the Lion King, Tso15 cleans up the first 2 phases of Ganon and is 3/4 of the way through Phase 3. Gold Sword really helping out here. Did you find the arrows in Light World? Huh?
What the heck haven't we checked in the light world?
Oh,
We checked Mimic Cave.
pedestal.
Ew, gross. Or Checkerboard Cave.
Checkerboard Cave, I believe was no, it was not. No, neither player had the mirror.
Yeah, so it's either Checkerboard or Ped. Because we did Purple Chest, Hylia. Did anyone check Hylia Island?
Actually, no, I don't think we. Yeah, nope. Tracker says bottle on island.
Thank you, cool Papa.
All right. So did grab the torch glitch, learning from what cost him his race versus Arborelia game 1, where he failed, and the pig is exploding. So get those GGs out in chat here momentarily for Tso15, who is going to finish with a official SRL time of 1 hour 35 minutes and 1 second.
GG's to both racers.
Yep.
They did fantastic.
All right. And that is going to draw the forfeit from Alexhax here.
And unfortunately, the racers have decided to do a back-to-back rematch, so they will not be in for an interview.
Alrighty. Alrighty. So yeah, that was a good race there by both runners. It is unfortunate. Is everyone down for a double match? I mean, I'll do it. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think they're starting at 6.
Yeah. If you want to restream it, I will be. I will definitely be down for that. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, we will or more than likely be restreaming game 2 here shortly.
I think they're trying to start at 6 p.m.
Which is in about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up for now, so we can go get refreshments and whatnot, get ready for game 2. Starting very shortly will be game 2 of this series, and yeah, difference maker here was that fake flipper. We'll discuss more on the restream of game 2. So stick around. See you in about 20 minutes for the next match of the series.